Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to another installment of C.A.B.S. This one a little unusual. We usually begin right out on the rocks. But we're going to do a little bit of tail of the tape at the beginning, because I think the way we were operating before was under an assumption that people knew the intricacies of every rig before they went out there. And I don't know, viewership on C.A.B.S is bad. So if you're here, thank you so much for joining. Today, we have a battle of chassis, similar but different. Our two entrants on the day. This chassis is called the Lone Ranger. This chassis is called the KKV1. They are similar approaches that are really genuinely quite different in their conclusion. They were built up using what we've got lying around. This gentleman's name is Victor, the Lone Ranger. He was ordinarily fitted with upgrade RC razor wires, which are just over 5 inches tall, like 5.1 inches tall. So we have fitted him with a set of megalithics to qualify for the Class 2 competition today. Stealth X, I believe, yes, full secure combo, 70 amp, the secure 3625 1800 kV. AGFRC SA75 up front, direct power on 3S. We're running a 3S 2200 on the left-hand slider. He is fitted with F10 straights that have the big KYX weights on them. The Lone Ranger comes out to 2,554 grams when fitted with his body, and I think that body helps out a lot because it is a Proline Tough Color Cliffhanger, which basically weighs as much as a typical cab. I don't know if we can get it. Yeah, you can see the light come through. These are Tough Color is a misnomer on these. These are extremely thin, and if you don't like painting bodies, this is the body for you, because this is how they come in this molded gray color like this. You can paint them normally, but you don't have to. So skid is definitely a bit forward. I didn't finish the numbers. 2554, which is 5.63 pounds. The Lone Ranger is sporting a 318 millimeter, 12.5 inch wheelbase, and his wheel track sits right around 240 millimeters outside of tire to outside of tire, which is about 9 3/8 inches, give or take. On this side, we have the as of yet, hasn't really come into his name yet. When I heard Lone Ranger, its name was Victor. Like, it was named before it was built, because that is, of course, famously the Lone Ranger's nephew's horse, Victor. So this one, the KKV1 from Kitt Krawlers. Again, a similar approach, but assembled very differently. We have because we have center pumpkin MEUS nylon axles, look at that driveline, straight as an arrow down the middle. We have a strange little, odd little gearbox with a Furatech Dynamic 2000 kV 3800. It's just about the right amount of wheel speed for some portals. Reefs Raw 800 up front, running off of a Rhino V80, because this guy is pixie hungry. Rhino V80 there, again, 2200 on the slider over on the side. Fitted over here with tusks on overwhelmingly soft 3D printed inserts. These are just the included foams. I dug around and I was trying to get closer tire parity between the two so we could see them perform against each other. I don't know if there's going to be an advantage either way, because these are very soft. You can't really see the bag out, like they're very, very soft. The KKV1 330 millimeter wheelbase, 13 inches, wheel track 255, 10 inches wide. So I would say overall 5/8 of an inch of width would make the biggest difference, but 2,645 grams, that is 5.83 pounds. So we've got another 100, we've got about 90 grams on it. And I'm going to say that 90 grams is sprung somewhere. Have we got the big ones? We do have the big MEUS. No, we don't. We have the pancake MEUS weights. We've got the pancake MEUS weights front and rear. So they should be close. They haven't gone through a full scaling, but I figure Outrunner versus Outrunner, both servo and axle, J-Concepts versus J-Concepts. It's going to be, hopefully, reasonably close. This guy has a little tricksy mounting operation where we line these pins up with the front, slide those in, get this over here in the back, then push it forward. Okay, that works. We just put 2 pins on it. And this guy is running cab only. And I haven't tried it with the battery wires facing to the back, so it might be a little tricky here. What I'm saying is I think they should be reasonably even in setup and therefore performance. We'll got to get that grill pushed back a little, drop it down, and then what I do is I reach up next to the drive shaft and I push it back onto these big pins that are on the bed. He's much easier to get the body off of than he is to get it on, but once it's on, it basically doesn't even need the little 3D printed thumb nuts that go on here. The body holds on really well all by itself. So we've got not apples and oranges. This is, as far as I'm concerned, I regard this as apples versus apples. These are 2 guys aiming at the same thing, but we do have some different builds, as one would expect here. We're not, except for one singular instance, we've never set out to build 2 that are the same. So, Portal versus Straights. The guy on Straights is lighter, a couple ounces lighter. The guy on Straights is a full body. This is a cap. He's on 3D printed inserts. There are advantages and disadvantages to both. And we're gonna see how we do. We're gonna go back to the ye old style, the 5 stations, and we will score them 5 on a scale of 1 to 5 at each station, and we will see who comes out ahead. And I feel like standing here now, I feel like it's going to be reasonably close because I'm liking the performance of both. But this is one of those things. You almost inevitably end up picking a favorite. You're going to like, I'm going to run them and I'm going to be like, well, I like how this one does this and I like how that one does that. That's that best case scenario. I don't think this is going to be a walk-off. We've got the same exact style of shocks. I believe these are genuine. Yes. These are Dravtex. We got that. And these are Chavtex. Like, that's the deal. They're not quite as smooth. Advantages, disadvantages, but we will see. It's all going to come out. I think a Megalithic has a little bit more total forward drive. Will the 3D printed help? They feel pretty much the same. Sub 6 pounds. Really, not just sub 6, close enough to 5.5. You can oft get away with a single stage. That single stage is going to give more drive and more maneuverability typically. So, enough talking, more driving. We head out to the rocks for C.A.B.S 21, if math serves right. These 2 on the 5 points. We'll see how they do. The conditions on the course are pretty much optimized to these guys on the day. 75, 25, 75 or thereabouts. I'm going to try to remember that number as well, that 75 degrees Fahrenheit is 25 degrees Celsius or abouts. It's close enough for me to remember. The conditions out here for humans is less optimal. It's more gnats than I've ever seen in my adult life. They are in every hole in your face immediately. And yes, I do have the thermocell It's a little light on the high side for sure. So we have a built-in excuse. The gnats are incredible. And I was not on the course yesterday. Yesterday was my no toy cars day. So the spiderweb, anywhere. If there are 2 points, just draw two, imagine 2 geometric points. There's a spiderweb between those 2 points. I've done nothing but walk between spiderwebs. I guess gnats don't hit spiderwebs. A little wavy. A little wavy of the front. Oh my God. I guess I haven't been out long enough with the thermocell fired up for it to build that protective dome. There's also a soft breeze. Maybe ruining my protection. Well, that's just better, isn't it? And that is straights versus portals, which is, I mean, there you go. Who here can summon up the energy to be surprised that straight axles and megalithics are better on a side hill than portals and tusks? Oh, that breeze! I'll take that breeze. Now the breeze has built itself up to a level that it's blowing the gnats out of my face. See, right? Oh, that's a little twisty. It's kind of a lot twisty, really. I would say the scoring this is versus scoring. Does an F10 turn sharper than a MEUS nylon? Yes. Got that little scrunch in there. So right, we can do that little convincer right there. Yeah, we'll go 5-4. Or are we just gonna go to a win-loss thing? Because it's best of 5. But then we get ties and that messes the whole thing up. 5-4. The Lone Ranger Victor here, really solid on the side hill. I think I typically mount their batteries with the wires facing back. And I think I mounted them both facing front. Because I'm watching the balance cable for this guy bounce off his front tire. I mean, it's megalithics, you know. You don't get more forward drive than you get out of a single stage. You know, it's what do you want to give for what you're going to get? There's always, you know, there's a compromise in stability. Boy, that was a straight wrap right there. My goodness. We're gonna fall away? Not at all. I think I came in a little wide. Tiny little reposition there. Really, really nicely done, honestly. Put him right there. It's probably out of the way. It's probably out of the way. Yeah, in terms of forward drive, they're really close. It's green versus green. incredible. That tendency right there. It's catchable. It comes on late. The biggest note is those F10s just cut a sharper line. Descending stability edge to the KKV1 on the MEUS. But see, like right there, look how much wider we are. So what does this tell us? It tells us more underdrive. Yeah. Whatever's in there now, I want 10-15% more. Like, I want a lot. I will say that dynamic feels super responsive. Outrunners spool up real fast, and a 380 size Outrunner spools up even faster. Oh, that little bit of just, I would just love a little bit more steering. And it's not it's not pushing. It's just that we just don't have as much throw. That was incredible. We had a little thing there. I don't know what happened right there. Wanted to come in more keyhole side. Okay, little push there. Probably during the weight transfer. Doesn't seem to be, yeah, there we go. Didn't look like it was gonna pull right at first. Something's biting me. Oh. It's incredible. You don't need to worry. I will absolutely notify you if there's any change in the insect situation, and there has not been. The fact one hasn't gone directly into my mouth yet is the only surprising part. They love it. They love the suicided bomber attack. Right into your mouth, nose, eyes. I mean, I can't really dock if the issue is we don't have as much steering angle from a MEUS nylon. It's a known quantity, you know? Comes out a bit wide. Honestly, now I'm starting to try to remember back. Is there underdrive, overdrive in those axles? That truck might be 0-0 because it's got that weird little vertibox in there, and there's no underdrive, overdrive in that. He might be 0-0, and if that is the case, my goodness, is he doing well. I'm gonna go 4-4 here. So Victor up by a point, but if MEUS nylons stopped being themselves, well, MEUS nylons with no underdrive overdrive split, I don't know. I could be convinced pretty easily to go 5-4 in favor of the KKV1. It's just that turn in. He needs gears. He needs gears. Yeah, 5-4. 5-4 KKV1. Like I said, I got to go by what I said. We can't dock them for it's not push, it's not understeer, it's a bigger turning circle brought about by not having enough torque split. Updates from transition, moving cameras from over there to over here. Still, the thermocell is still woefully ineffective right now. Face full of gnats. I've walked in a spot I haven't walked before, so my legs are completely wrapped in spider webs. And also, while I have not heard sounds of thunder or anything along those lines, the temperature is falling. And the sky is... The sky is that. That's not blue. That's that. So we hope that whatever's going to happen waits until we're done. Yeah, if this is 0-0, this is quite surprising. We're going to get a big lift right here unless we... Haha. You got to drive to it. 0-0 through there. That was kind of outstanding. They really do feel different. They feel very different. Oh, that's going to set down. I can feel it. I mean, like, certainly sub 1 point advantage to any. I can't tell you right now. I don't know. Wider's better until it isn't. Are we talking 5/8 inches of track width? Are we talking a little bit of the MEUS nylon? Are we talking a little bit of not enough underdrive? Because look at that. Look at that pullback. Very good. And when I thought it was going to throw the hands up, and then sometimes they stay there. No, right there. Oh, boogity, boogity. So good. Jeez. If we just jumped in and changed the scoring and said, we don't allow ties, oh man, I don't know. Well, first off, the scoring would have to get a lot more granular. We'd have to go on like a 50-point scale instead of 5. Because honestly, I was going to say, this is an instance where I would have Victor, I'd have the Lone Ranger up like 50 to 48, but I don't know. You keep that throttle moderated. If you don't dial in, if you don't dive in, just stays down. Neither one of them misbehaved through there at all. 5.5, 14.14. Yeah, as one would anticipate. One is better at some stuff, and the other is better at others. I feel weird if I frame it so that I cut the meerkat's head off. All even. Absolutely no problem. Tighter steering didn't really come in right there. Keep it nice and low. It feels really stable throughout. I don't believe that the single stage in the megalithic is really hurting. We've got that descending stability edge on the KKV1, and that just has to be portals. I don't think 90 grams is enough. Cut back right there. Kind of right into the same slot. Remember what I mentioned about that that little 38, the 380 2000 spooling up really fast? You got to be a little more careful on your reverse blips. Really standing up. Seeing if I can grab it without realigning. Oh, it's really good. Oh, little body pivot. Could not quite grasp it. I mean edge. Edge here. Got right in there last time. Okay, take a little more height. It's, you know, I should be the least surprised of anyone. You kind of got to take it a little different with each guy, yeah? Yeah. The more we put a little bit of time on it, it feels 0-0. If I put a gear in that to get some underdrive or overdrive, I do not feel it. There's the first one. Right in the mouth. The thermocell is right below my face. It's definitely running. They just do not care. Okay, there was a little stutter there, but that looked really good. Get over. Get over. Oh, no. Oh. How good did that look on the entry? That was just, uh-oh. 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 Come on, guy. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. Get over, get over, get over, get over, get over. In case, got it. In case you're wondering what the O's are, it's raining. Oh, it's starting to pick up. Spirit of the forest out there in the background. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Four, 4-4, real close. Well, the go must show on, and I'll give you an update. It's raining. It's raining. The rocks are so warm and dry and thirsty, and so is the ground. They're basically just soaking all the water up. What doesn't soak all the water up are the cameras. So we're under our trusty and, yes, dusty patio umbrella, except for my left knee, which is not under the patio umbrella. And I don't think it's really going to impact performance altogether too much. The gnat situation has reduced about 80%. There's still a couple here that will not let me be. Yeah, until that rock is fully wet, these tires just see it as clean. A little between the wheelbase. Come back. There we go. Solid. When I say the KKV1 is a better descender, we're not talking a massive difference. We're talking the difference between a portal and a straight. Mullet would be better than both. Slowing down already. They made me get out the umbrella. Oh, it was right there. I want to get, yep. Nice catch, my friend. Right there. Keep it down. Slow. Very blindside. I'm not sitting in a position to see this well at all. It's not quitting, it's just slowing down. Very good. Very nice. Fence side descent over here. We're gonna get a little swap. Little nose stand, but otherwise just fine. No, that was very good. And we don't worry about no rain. Just park right there. Just park right there. A solid 4. And we had that little drop back, that little dip back up the center cut, which I don't know if we could have overcome that. That's a little stronger right there. Number 2. Number 2. Directly in. I went to make a word and I went, and he went. Yeah, just really solid. Really, really solid. It's not like it's an awful turning circle. It's just one that I know we can make tighter. What difference does 10 millimeters of wheelbase make? There's that kind of pokes it up. Thing is, will it counter itself? Because I think for whatever reason, I think old KKV1 here is generating a bit more forward drive somehow. He just feels more planted when we get way up near the end. This is, there's 2 points here. It's all still up for grabs right now. Get through. Get through. Get through. Okay. Comes down to the blind side. Is the KKV1... Yeah, it's just... If we were on that 50-point scale, we would have flipped, and we'd be at like... Well, we haven't done the last one, but we'd be like 2 points out of 50, 4 points out of 100 apart. So it'd be like a 96 to 100. So it's blindside. Oh, I don't know where'd he go? And then Hollywood was like, where'd who go? Yeah, just terrible approach. Get right there, hook edge. I mean, we saw how easy Victor took this side. Almost as easy as old KKV1 took center cut. It's not really where we want to be, guy. I mean, he made his own line. It doesn't expressly count, but he made it. So that's a 4-4 apiece. And if my rudimentary math has kept up with it, that's a tie. So it went 5-4, 5-4. So they were 9-9, and then 5-5. So they were 14-14, and then 4-4, 18-18, and then 4-4, 22-22. Tied 22 apiece. Tied 22 apiece. And, wonderfully, as forecast, one guy is better at some stuff, and the other guy is better at others. I think those, I don't like to throw around kill, but the way the KKV1 took center cut and the way Victor took blindside, they each have different strengths. We need to get into the gearing on the KKV1. I have to see. I don't remember what I put in there. All I know is whatever pinion is in there, if it's the smallest one, I would wish I could go smaller. Like, if it comes down to putting overdrive in the front axle to get the bigger split, I don't want that. I want to slow the rear down as much as possible, because that 2000, even on those nylons, is a little spicy. It's a little spicy. I don't want to have to settle for just 10%. I don't know. He will definitely be addressed. On the other hand, what do I feel needs to be immediately addressed on Victor the Lone Ranger? I'm just throwing my hands up. I can say this. The poor razor wires, the 98.5 on the leaderboard razor wires, are homeless yet again, because I like this on a 475 more than I like it on a 5-inch tire. I don't even think his track width needs to go up. I can't think of anything I would change right off the bat for Victor. He's pretty good to go right now. KKV1, my inability to remember what the gearing is where we're going to end up. So, there you go. We don't have it a tie because we want it to be a tie. I mean, we want them all to do. We want 25s across the board, but sometimes that's not how it works out. So, there you go. Victor with a 22. KKV1 with a 22. And they have strengths and weaknesses. They have stuff they're good at and stuff they're not so good at. And it's just how they all are. So, C.A.B.S 21 ends on a 22. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns that you would like to direct towards me, comment section below. Tune on in for... Ugh. Ooh. The wind shifted directions. It smells like cows. Why does it smell like cows? Tune in for the next one. We'll be glad to have you back here in the canyon. Thanks so much for watching. In between now and when we meet again, please one and all do your very best to have a good one, everybody. That is... I don't like that at all.